After the divorce was finalized, I started crawling out of my skin. I needed to move. Part 66 of sharing my story on here because it's so much easier than writing another book. So our divorce took a whopping 24 minutes from filing to finalized. And I ended up bringing in like over $15,000 was given to me that day. And it caught up all of my back rent. It paid, like, I was completely caught up. And I was like, this is unreal, all in one day. And it was the day after our 19th wedding anniversary. I'm like living in the hood, not the ghetto. I'm in the hood in North Las Vegas. And my kids are like 12, 14, 15, 17, and 21. My oldest and her boyfriend were living with my ex-husband and my oldest son. So my oldest 1 and 2 were living with my ex-husband, which was only like less than a quarter of a mile away. It was right around the corner. And then my daughter, my oldest, moved out with her boyfriend. And so I have the 3 youngest with me, but they're not young, they're like preteens and teens. And the hood environment is just that's not a place to raise kids. Like, it just isn't real conducive, especially for unschooling. And we'd been there for like 2 years and I was starting to just go nuts. And so I started to travel with intention. I was like, we need to get out of here. I need a different form of rent. I need different energy. I need something radically different. So I started going just a couple hours outside of Vegas and just visiting places because I was like, there's got to be somewhere that we can live that's slightly more affordable, not in the hood, and I can just like work and live. And the Soul Crew and Storytelling for Profit, it's still going, but it's like fledgling. It's not, I don't have the heart and passion behind it. I'm struggling, and I know it's the energy and the environment that I'm in, but yet I don't really see a pathway out. So I just start pushing on doors because I'm wanting to respond to something, but I felt like I needed to create something. I needed to just break out of my shell. I went to like Sedona, and that was cool, but it was not the vibe that I was looking for. It's very commercialized. I went out towards the Grand Canyon, a few different places in Arizona, and none of it was really hitting. And then I went up to Area 51 and I was like, oh, this is fun. They have one little bar there. It's like a bar and grill. It's like famous. It's been all over, everywhere. It's very visible, but there's like one thing out there. The entire town has like 15 people. Like, it's not a town. It's really one location that a couple 100,000 people go to every year because they want to go to Area 51. And I was like, this is it, because it was so fun. They were looking for people. Like, I just walked in and had a drink with the guy at the bar, and we just ended up having a great night. Like, I got to know the whole town, and I was like, this is it. And I ended up sleeping in my car in the parking lot overnight, which was very normal for that town because there's no hotels or anywhere to sleep. And the next morning I talked to the owner, and you live on site. They have these mobile homes, RVs in the back. And I was like, okay, this could work. This is something, because the energy felt good. And that's what I was looking for, was good energy. And so I decided to go home, and I'm like, okay, I got to bring my family up here. I'm going to bring everyone up here and be like, this is what I want to do. They had property up there that was super duper affordable. And I'm like, I can move up there. I will just be out of the city and excited. Whatever kids want to come with me can. And I'm just going to rebuild my life here. And I could envision myself in green tutus, rocking an alien theme, and just having fun and bringing more people out there and building like a fun eco village or something. I don't know. I fell down the rabbit hole of composting toilets and sustainable building. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. So like a week or two later, I bring my family up there, and they are not excited. I brought Reed, brought my ex-husband, brought all the kids except my oldest, because she's doing her own thing with her boyfriend. So I brought the other 4 kids, and they were just so not excited, except one. One was like, okay, if I could have a dog, then it would be cool. And I'm like, yes, you could have a dog. And so I was really excited, but at the same time, my kids are falling apart, like really, really bad. And I'm like, I don't know what to do, and I don't know how to handle this. Like, I've got to do something to get out of this space. It's not good for me. It's not good for us. And I'm not just going to stay here for another 4 or 5 years. Like, why? Why would I want to stay in this area? And I always felt so watched by Reed that everything was just uncomfortable because he did everything on the property. I could not literally walk out my front door without seeing him. So we were in like this stalemate for a couple weeks where I'm like, I've got to bust free. And the kids are hearing me, but not really hearing me. Like, I've got to go. We have to do something else. And there was just so much friction because that's a big jump, and it's really rural. It's far away from everyone. And I'm like, okay, if this isn't an option, then let's come up with a better option. Let's do something, but I've got to go. Like, we need to make a move. And I just really pulled the kids in. It's like, we've got to do something. And I was making no progress. They were making no progress. It was just like a complete stalemate. And then Mother's Day rolls around, and I am an early waker. Like, I just wake up early. I have tons of energy. I want to go get shit done. If I'm not feeling that way, then it's because there's something wrong in my environment. Like, something's funky. And so I wake up and I want to get shit done. And my kids had just developed this habit of being like completely nocturnal. And so I wouldn't even see them until like noon or 1. And I was so tired of harassing them. Hey, get out of bed. Hey, we got to do this. And I had bribed them with so many things. Like, we're going to go do these fun things. We're going to go do this. We're going to go do this. Getting them out of the house was like pulling teeth. It was just so incredibly difficult. And I just felt stuck in these ages of parenting. And I'm like, how do I break all of us free? But now they're like teenagers, and I need to make a change for me. They don't want to change. They don't want to grow. They don't want to they're just resistance. So when it was Mother's Day, I just kind of waited around. I'm like, okay, is anyone going to wake up? Is anyone going to wake up? And by noon, no one was awake. And I was like, I'm going to go do my own Mother's Day. And I took myself to the store and I bought some stuff. And I was like, I'm just going to go camp by myself out at Area 51, because if they're not even going to see me on Mother's Day, then I don't know what to do. And while I was out, and I knew this would happen, I knew it would be hard on my kids, but they needed the wake-up call. All hell broke loose. Mom, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I love you. And they do. We have amazing relationships. We really care for each other. They care for me. I care for them. We listen to each other. But at this point, we weren't there yet. And they were learning how to listen to me. Hey, I have needs. Hey, I'm important too. And their dad had just so trained them that mom is always okay, or when she's not, you leave her alone. And it removed all support or care from me. And by like 14, 15, 16, 17, you should be getting those things. Not carrying my emotional burden, but having empathy and understanding that, like, I may need help. I may need, we need to do things. And I'm a single mom. I'm not just here to baby you all the way through. We need to get up and get things rolling. And that, I just wasn't feeling appreciated. They didn't see it yet. And this was the huge breakthrough that I had so desperately needed. But it's hard. It's hard to talk about because it's like my kids, and they've changed so much, but it was a really ugly day. God, they've changed a lot. They've grown a lot. But sometimes as a mother, we have to stand up, and it's really hard to stand up to your kids too and be like, hey, I matter also. And so that's real.